Yeah. So keep them coming. Email from the middle at protonmail.com. Answers from the middle in the subject line, or call or text 614-383-8412. So here's one I brought. This was something that was discussed on another podcast. And I liked the situation so much that I wanted to get your thoughts. So I took a direct quote from the cast and then did a too long didn't read version at the end to summarize. Okay. So he goes, is that allowed? Like if you're having a party that's in your home, if you go up to your bedroom, not counting your bedroom, maybe you go to any other room and you go upstairs and one of your guests is just strolling around your upstairs with a beverage and they look over at you and they're just like, just a stunning home, I just have to say. Would you be like, thanks, but the party's downstairs? Or would you be like, oh, did you see the view? Would you just like go right into tour guide mode? So the question is really, if you're at a party in someone's home for the first time, excluding the master bedroom, is it okay to give yourself a guided, give yourself a self-guided tour? Would you just walk around, wander aimlessly through someone's home other than like maybe the master bedroom?
Man, there's a lot of context in this one that I wish I had.
So again, this is what's great. We need to talk about and highlight the considerations. What are the, well, it depends stuff so that people know.
Yeah. So let me speak to it for a second, sort of from the middle. Literally most of the events that we would be invited to around our area, family, friends, whatever, are likely going to be a 3 or 4 bedroom house with a couple bathrooms and like one living room and maybe a patio or outdoor area where you're having a party. I'm thinking a very specific kind of footprint that like of a home that a lot of people have. In kind of the generic Midwest, whatever. I don't feel comfortable giving myself a quote guided tour of somebody else's home in that situation. If it's like, even if it's a really good friend, to me, it's not that kind of, we don't live in homes that are built as like museums or to have things on display. Do you know what I mean? Now, I know this is from a podcast and this is a celebrity asking a question. And so the other part of this that I think about is now I'm in a situation, if I'm in a situation where this is, I don't know, there's no great examples around here, maybe a local celebrity, much larger home. They do have large walkway hallways with maybe art on display, or you know what I mean? Like that's a whole, or if you think about a celebrity's home in LA, celebrities telling this story, they have 15 bedrooms, 18 bathrooms. They have 4 or 5 different. Then if assuming it's kind of an open party and there's not obvious ropes or something like roping off wings of a home, I probably am actually going to just like walk around a little bit and just take a look. Oftentimes folks like that will have things on display, or even something similar in our area would maybe be like a higher up person at a corporation or a bank, or a president at a university's home. That's a large kind of display entertaining space. Yeah, maybe I would maybe do that if it's like a catered event that's kind of open to multiple entertainment areas. Yeah, I think that's okay. I don't know about like starting to randomly like open doors if doors are shut. I mean, I think a door shut is a clear marker outside of this is the restroom. I think that's like a pretty clear don't walk in here. But if I see like a whole wing of a house is open and there's doors that are open, especially lights that are on, I probably am going to walk down the hallway and just like take a look and see what's.
So how well you know them matters, because they never established really how well you know the person. So
it might not always.
So, right. I'm just saying though, this could be a extended family member in a brand new home that you've known your whole life, or this could be you're a guest for the first time in a stranger's home. So obviously, how well you know them comes into play. The type of house and how big the house is. Also, where is the central point of the party?
Yeah.
If the central point of the party is like a really nice finished basement and there's a lot of stuff in display and built-ins, or there's a big office down there, or like whatever, that feels different than a patio, which feels different than a main floor situation. Also, how planned and how fancy is the party?
Right.
So, like, if someone says you're at a soccer game for one of your kids, and someone says, why don't you guys come over for lunch afterwards? We'll barbecue. That's last minute, so they wouldn't have had time to prepare their home.
Right.
If this is a New Year's Eve party where they have catered food, they've had a month to plan this, and they're probably cleaning all the rooms and are a little more prepared to have people randomly walking through. So like, I just love picking those things apart. Like, you know, the layout of certain homes where you walk through the foyer, and off of the foyer will be the main den or the main office with like sometimes French doors. If that's open and there's like a lot of cool collectibles, or he's got a flag from when he played a certain golf course, like I'm probably going to walk right in to that type of a space, because it's almost meant to be, he wants to tell the story. The homeowner wants to tell the stories of those things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And there's like even time of day and lighting situations completely change the context. If this is like if this is a very open home, middle of the day, very light, doors are open, even if the lights are off, that feels kind of open for you to kind of walk around and check out, you know, different areas. If it's at night, the question becomes, are there lights? Is the door open? And are there lights on? Because that can, in your situation, if it's a nighttime, so very clearly dark, except maybe people are out on a lit patio or something, or moving around the main entertainment spaces in the home. If the office doors are open and the lights are on, yeah, I'm going to pop my head in. Like you said, there's probably cool collectibles, knickknacks, whatever that, you know, somebody spent a lifetime, you know, sorting and putting on display and making it look just right. It's meant to be looked at and admired.
Yeah.
So
I love it.